Hey. What's up? Yeah, this one's pretty fun. Give me like 2 seconds. Oh, never mind. Give me 3 seconds. Yeah, this armor's gonna be pretty cool, I think, when we get it in. But, gotta do the breakout. What's up, Chaz? Grab both sides here. Tuning in from GalaxyCon. Can't find any Monsters and Memories merch. I need Haladril Paradrel figurine. Yeah. Jesus, did I just try and say that word 5 times? And then I only started saying it differently, like halfway through. Yes, I did. Alright. think there were some people that started making merch with some of my art. Excuse me. I really tried to mute myself. Yeah, there were some people that that made some merch with my art recently. Alright. I'm back. Yeah, I think we have plans. We have a lot of art for merch as well. When we finally decide to do merch, we have a lot of art. So how is everybody? What's up? What you guys been up to? Think you broke your toe? Jesus. It's like you and Nicodemus both. Oh. Well, that stinks. Hopefully things are not too broken and not too expensive. Might be better off to just cut them off here like that. Yeah, that's cool. That's pretty cool. looks like I'm already mirroring it, so let's continue to mirror it. Really wide. Collar. Let's throw this long sleeve on there. still taking a bath? No, keep it pretty simple. I think this should be just a tiny bit longer. Grix, what's up? I think, wondering what, because this can use 3 channels. Part of me is wondering if, like, where I should use the 3rd channel. Right now it's just 2 colors, right? Part of me is wondering if I should leave that 3rd channel open for... If we leave the 3rd channel open, we can do things like this with the channel. That's pretty cool. Instead of an entirely new texture, but at the same time, you do that, you don't get cool painted edges to go with it. So I don't like that as much, but we could use a 3rd channel for like separate designs. Could use it for maybe like something like this. Which could be cool. Part of me is wondering if I want to do this. Yeah. No, I think I'll leave this. That's not bad. We can do something like this instead. Just have a fold there. Okay, well for now I guess I'll just leave it. See if we ever want to do something with it. That'd be totally fine. Just think of that. You just think of like a... What's up, Scruffy? Yeah, because I could pop that up here and then do something like this. That's pretty good. I like that. Thing is, like, a lot of the designs that go into these, especially, like, we have so many layers that, like, they'll be interacting with each other in a way that's, like, that's, like, somewhat unpredictable, you know? And so you want them to be, like, not, like, the material itself wants to be, like, the thing that, yeah, the material itself wants to be, like, the thing that's, that feels right and, you know, by itself. The shapes, they don't need to be anything like too crazy. They don't need to be taking too much of the limelight, right? And so when you have like these simple materials that are painted well and look like the said material that they're supposed to look like, instead of just being like sort of abstract shape. You get some really cool shit from it. And this is where we're gonna do some nice. Brown to gray contrast. Yeah, well, the colors are whatever. I don't mean that to be dismissive. I mean that to be like our colors will be literally whatever, right? It'll be whatever we want. But maybe we'll get a cool, like, color, you know, color palette like this. And then we'll do one last common, or let's do a little here. Dub or whatever. In. Yeah, that looks as fuck. By the way, we're almost completely done the first set of concept art gear breakouts before we go into some other stuff, which is super awesome. We got this, and then we got the chainmail, and or the weathered chainmail. So then, after that, what do we have? High elf and deep elf set, maybe? Dude, yesterday I was gonna play WoW Classic, but I just didn't. I couldn't bring myself to it. And instead, I finished the leather on stream. Oh, and I have some plants that I need to send Chinny. I'll do those after this. Chinny, are you around? I can send you some. The reason I ask is because you're in the call, but I don't know if you're actually here. I mean, in the chat, I mean. Seems not like it. When do you want that? More plants. No. No, man. Fuck. This sucks. I just realized something literally right now. And I'm not liking it. I think I have to... level an alliance character. I realize I have been playing a Horde. And all the gear that I have ever played, or that I'd ever gotten, is like, it looks as if it's for Horde. And I wonder what kind of overlap that there is, and that intrigues me armor-wise. Like, do Alliance get like fucking like bracers with like fur on them and shit? I don't think so. Like maybe they do. They do? The dwarves do, okay. Cause I just wonder what like the gear progression looks like. For Alliance, because it ought to be different, right? And you guys can tell me, like what's the difference between Horde and Alliance like gear? It's neatly stitched stuff. Yeah, that's very different. Do the undead get it? Do undead get like some alliance stuff, or does the yeah. A little bit of both, I'd imagine. Because that's really interesting to me. I don't want to play human, that is for sure. So I might try out dwarf, but you said dwarf has some of the same stuff as horde? Well, I guess I could go as a dwarf, run to Northshire and get their quest stuff. So it doesn't really matter what race I play. I can make it to Northshire as an undead. I can make it to Northshire as a dwarf, you know? Dummerow, Ironforge, Deep Run Tram, Stormwind, Northshire. Yeah. I think I've run around to some of the stuff, but I never really have leveled it. Oh, how does Alliance get to, Kalimdor? Is it, by boat to Ratchet? And how do the Night Elves get there? They have a boat as well, but they also... How do you get there? You go through up through Eversong or whatever, and then there's like those Dark Shores. I think. Dark Shore to Ashenvale. Oh, to Ashenvale. Yeah, Ashenvale, not Eversong. I don't even know if there's an Eversong. I might have literally just made that up. Oh, Blood Elf. Okay, yeah. I don't know Blood Elf stuff. I've played through their starting zone once because my friend wanted to. But for the most part, I just make fun of Blood Elves for being an entire race of girls. It's actually impressive and very progressive of World of Warcraft of Blizzard to do a full race like that. Matriarchs. And they even did 2 models for him. It wasn't like they just left it at 1. It's super progressive with it. Hey, Bo Brown. I don't know what you mean, har har. What's that guy? Thanks for streaming, no problem, yeah. No, I enjoy it and I enjoy streaming. Third one, trying to find Hillsbrad. What was that guy's name? The Hillsbrad had an NPC. They had a full storyline. Oh yeah, there was Johnny Awesome. I remember him. What's that guy's name? It's fucked up. Fucked up that you would say that. Apothecary Underhill? No. Who's that fucking, There's like a full quest line. And now I forget his name, dude. And it is really bothering me. Was it Warden Stillwater? Yeah, I think it was Warden Stillwater. Yeah. Yeah, Warden Stillwater makes fun of confuses a blood elf with a female blood elf. That's where that came from. Ghastly, what's up? What's up, homeboy? Whoa, what'd we win? MMO of the year? What? We're not even... We're not... What? We're not even released. MMO of the year. Holy shit. Yeah. In the Discord, people were saying we won the music one. I was wondering if we won anything else. MMO of the year? What the fuck? Damn, that's pretty close. 10 votes. I want this. Do I want knee pads like that? I don't think I do. I think I've spent too long painting this. Oh, what I could do maybe is if I break this down, maybe I could do... That's stupid. Never mind. Forget it. Forget everything that I just did. That's dumb. Well, fucking congrats team, MMO of the year. Wild. But who else was in the categories? Who were we up against? I want. Yeah, I think I do want something to break this up. Even if it's just using the leather shape or the leather lerp or whatever, I think I do want something to break this up. People like our game, but also here's the question: how much of the vote did like came from people that already just know it, and we have just happened to get it because we have a pretty big community. Like I wonder a little bit of that. Versus like other people coming in and being like, oh, this Monsters and Memories thing looks fucking sick. Fiending, yeah, that is true. That's also true. We're making moves. Those pants look pretty good. Indie MMO of the Year, and the other nominees were Palia, Evercraft, Pantheon, Ashes of Creation, and Embers Adrift. Could be bigger and longer. Yeah, okay, Sammy. People are excited, brother. There's no game better than the one you're looking forward to. That's true. What? Who did? So that's the one. The category was Indie MMO of the Year. So hold on, wait, which one did we win? MMO of the Year? Indie MMO. Okay. That makes sense. Well, that's pretty cool. Alright, we need to... This is one of those ones where I'm actually going to have to do a back and front of each. Yeah, that's true. We didn't win the game awards, you know? Okay, something like that. Something like that. Like that. And then we need do this. Do that. Cut that off. Let's copy. Oops. Copy, paste. Oops. I just realized I should probably. Just get that in. Where's that down? Oh yeah, speaking of, you know what I realized? I think it's time that I give the good old Monsters and Memories soundtrack a listen. I've taken a bit of a break from it because I listened to it for so long. So, well, that doesn't sound right. There we go. I was like, what? Always thought there was a serious lack of poncho-style cloaks and armor styles. Are you guys have a cloth physics on armor? We're gonna have some cloth physics on armor, yeah. Specifically, we have some on like certain helmets, and we have some on certain capes. Or we have them on capes, we have it on helmets, and we have it on. We have this what's it called, the shawl, that we can texture differently and stuff, and so we'll put it on the shawl as well, just at the ends here. And then we also have it on I think we have it on the robes. Well, I can, but I won't. Yeah, it'd be a pant. It would go in the pant slot or the leg slot. Sorry, the music's probably fucking really loud. Y'all got any more of that Eminem art? Yeah. I just want to watch the conversation with Robot. Whoa, what conversation with Robot? Oh, yeah.
You've received a new quest card.
Goblin gleefully juggling stolen socks from unsuspecting villagers, cackling as a growing pile of mismatched footwear surround.
Dude, listen, I need to turn this down. Let me get my levels right. We're gonna turn that down a bit. We're gonna turn this up a bit. That should be good. In terms of, that should be good in terms of music, loudness. Let's see, what was I doing? A picture of Goblina, okay. Man, so many more pictures of Goblina recently. What was I doing?
That's my girl.
Gleefully juggling stolen socks from unsuspecting villagers, cackling as the growing pile of mismatched footwear surrounds her. I don't know if Goblina can juggle. To be completely honest. And you guys are lucky I'm fucking I do this because you guys are lucky I'm quick at drawing, or else you guys would be really slowing down development, or I wouldn't even have this reward. Kalon, what's up? Just having a doing a redeem at the moment of Goblina trying to juggle a bunch of smelly socks. Don't ask. I didn't ask for it. It was a 10,000 point redeem. Sure. Let's we'll do we draw these. They'll all smell. We'll get like a whiff. And smelly. And we'll get the pile of boots and they'll also smell. Yeah, I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one, Ghastly. This one's fucking wild. Unhinged. You don't have to have that. Are they socks? Yeah, there's socks. There's socks. Socks and boots. I don't know. I have to really make sure to bring home the sock element here, or else it just looks weird. Socks. Sock pit. Sock pile. Just so everybody is clear. The sock pile. Jesus. Yeah. Thank you. Alright. These are fun though. Like, look at that. Chiseling the ass into the rock, which ends up being a little dino egg. Goblina stealing from a larger Goblina. Those are fun. And I broke my Photoshop. Alright. So something happened in the last freaking, I don't know, 24 hours that made me go, oh shit. Turns out that capes have armor classes as well. They're not all cloth. And if this were World of Warcraft, we would go, so? But we're not World of Warcraft. And the reason I'm saying World of Warcraft is because they have a very, I would say, generic type of like abstract shape that makes me go, or that makes you go, yeah, whatever. Yeah. That says that's a plate cape, sure. Why wouldn't it be a plate cape? Right? But with us, we have to like make it look like a like plate, or give it like a sort of a reason to be plate. And so what I'm thinking is that I'll have to go back and take some of our capes and apply like something to them to make them feel like, oh hey, this is like a little bit of plate. And it means that there's going to be, and maybe some will slip through the cracks, right? But like, and we'll just go, yeah, to plate, cape, shirt, yeah, 100%. You know, like right now I'm doing a studded section of this, and I feel like the studded section should probably cover our bases. They go plate, cape, oh yeah, studs, yeah, duh. And that might solve it for us. Yeah, I'll message me Ghastly on Discord, and I'll send that to you in a bit, or when the stream's done. As in, like, armor class wise, all cloths and or all capes in WoW are cloth. Are you sure about that? Is that true? No way that's true. What? They thought about this too. So when you're wearing a plate set, you're not actually wearing a plate set. You're wearing a plate set plus a cloth cloak. Wild. That is wild. Yeah, so I guess this problem is a little bit more unique to us because we're deciding to do different armor classed cloaks. Which, you know, I might talk to Nick is around. That's interesting. Like, I'm okay with cloaks that have AC, but like just making them all cloth would be cool. Because that means you're not like oh, I need a chain cloth or a cloak or whatever because it's gonna maximize my. But then it's also kind of fucking cool to really be built out that way. So I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, so this is my solution currently, is to go in and make these cloaks a little bit more representative of being like a plate cloak or something. Or a chain cloak or whatever. It's chain cloaks I can totally see. Plate cloaks, like maybe you could get like this section, you know, where they like it goes down like this, and then it comes down, and like this plate section is like metal or whatever, and then it goes like that. That could be cool, and we can do that. And then I'll probably just go for three sections on the back. Yeah, but it's exciting news because we're almost done. We're almost fucking done the first pass on our basic gear concepts. It's taken a while. I got a little afraid of it for a bit, but I found a workflow that really kills. And I got my head wrapped around all the necessary needs and of the armor system that we've created. So like, yeah, let's move this over here. That looks pretty cool, that cloak. That looked too cool, but we'll see. And I don't think that I will need to duplicate these. I think this can be wider. So what have you guys been up to? And I think these sections here, let's get rid of them. Kill that. Paste. And I'm right. I shouldn't actually have to have this. Will just be that, which will simplify this back a bit, which is nice. Work. Was fab chatting to you the other day. Was a nice break from the normal week. Dude, that conversation was insane. Like, I loved it. I was like this guy gets it. It's not often you get You know, like you can passionately talk about something like in detail that like you've been living your entire life. At least for me, it's not something I get too often. You know, like we have it with the team. We talked about a lot of things already and everything, but like you find a new person and they get it, and you have those conversations, and it's sick. Yeah, there's something special with it. Especially with like, okay, just so you guys know, Kayla and I had a conversation a bit ago. It was super awesome. He's super cool, just so you guys know. I don't need to say that, but because I'm sure that eventually you guys will know how cool he is. But there was a moment where we were talking about, and I hope you don't mind me talking about it, but we were talking about how generic is like it gets a bad rap, and that generic, when pushed with you know, with care and time and like good amount of passion, and it becomes iconic. And you know, like I was saying it, and every time that I really get to say that and talk about that, like I tend to feel it like in my bones, you know. But we were both like getting chills just talking about it, and that was cool. You don't get that too often. Generic is literally the birthplace of... Well, it's funny because, like, dude, goblins are the most generic thing ever. Like, when it comes to fantasy world, and you're like, alright, what monsters do we want in our fantasy world? And, like, people are like, you know, just, yeah, we need some goblins, we need this. It's like, you can have, like, a litmus test of what type of fantasy your world is just by looking at the goblins. You know? What kind of goblins do they have? Yeah, goblins and orcs. And when you look at like what type of goblins they have, you can sort of tell what they're going for. And so, like, I guess my passion for generic really does run quite deep. Okay, here's the question though. Do I want this? If I do this, I probably want to not have it be so crunch that down, so pointy. Probably will break that up. Let's find the darkest here. And let's highlight this section at the bottom. There's also like it's nice. I really enjoyed painting and drawing and designing a lot of these armors because it's like a practice. So when I did the monsters, 4 monsters, or not the monsters, the player characters, which have some monster races. When I did the player characters for those, I actually designed them like all against each other. And so like what I mean by that is they weren't designed in a vacuum. They were designed with each other in mind so that each race could represent a different player type, and a lot of MMOs weren't really doing that, and they would sort of inhabit, you know, a certain look that other races weren't inhabiting. And so you get this like, oh, we can't do this, or we ought not do this for this race because this race is getting a little too close to that, and we already sort of have that covered. And then it was like, you know, designing them off each other. And then the same thing with this armor is a lot of these designs are based around like making sure that the designs that we have are covering like similar or different ground. Take a look at. Okay. So I guess I will take the cape, throw it up here, or throw it over here maybe. Yeah. Take this and throw that up here. Throw this here. Line this a little bit because. Maybe I should do this instead. Yeah, sure. And then we'll do the back side of this, which shouldn't be any mystery as to what the back side of this will be. Letting a lot of the materials do the work for us is worth it. If we want noisy, like, what's it called, like armors and stuff, where like there's like a lot of random patterns or whatever, I want those patterns to be pretty intentional, and I want them to make you go, whoa, that's a noisy armor, you know. And there's this design sort of philosophy that I came across the other day. Not the other day, it was like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, where someone was talking about movie prop design and how movie prop design was like, it's like, isn't it weird like how everything just feels so perfect in a lot of prop design stuff? It's like every angle is like considered, and there's no room for there to be like weird like shapes and things and novel ideas that are focused on like on function over form. And it's like, and that's just sort of how some of these props were made. They're like, look pretty, and they do, and they look great, and every item looks super balanced, but what ends up happening is everything starts to look a little bit uncanny because of it. And so that's something that I tend to like to do in this stuff, is kind of do some things that are a little novel, and like give it a touch of, this isn't just like straight designed. Like, I don't know, I brought these in, like I could just cut it off and that would have been fine, but I brought these in just because you don't really see them other places, I guess. Kind of. I brought them back in here. And a lot of that, same with the, I can think of like the best example and the most obvious example is what I did with the Wood Elf leather. And it might fucking suck. Like, this is just sort of my way of thinking about it. Voltan. Let's take a look at Voltan. Voltan. Hawk the Slayer. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, that's pretty close. That's really fucking close. He's got the eye cover though, which is super cool. Dude, I kind of want to make a... Can you imagine? Real quick. Just a little... See how many people get this reference. I didn't. But now I feel like I can make it. Cool thing is, if we did this helmet, we'd probably be able to do this relatively easily. I'd imagine that our helmet will be... Oh, actually, hold on. Maybe not. Maybe it wouldn't be as easy as, you know... It'd be easy, but it wouldn't be like, oh, just add a new texture onto it. You'd probably need a new, or a new separate, different, mesh that has that specific plane. Alright, I'm gonna keep that there because it's kind of fun. We'll throw it over here as a... as a variant. And this will sort of probably be like that. Let's lock this. I'll show the Wood Elf here in a second, just because it's worth looking at, I think. Wood Elf leather. And I'll show you what I mean. Epic film, generic fantasy. It's so bad, it's amazing. Let's see. So let's go to leather. I'm gonna do leather. So this. The idea here, which I'm unsure is like gonna be like good, right? Is you have a lot more going on this texture than a lot of our other textures, just because the braiding and banding and all that. And instead of going, okay, well, because we have braiding and banding, we need to chill out on the fucking noise and detail, right? Instead of that, I thought, you know, certain parts, like let's lean into it. And this right here, the legs with the wraps going over the already like wraps, I thought was such a novel like take on it. That I just felt like that might be like real, you know, like it's not designed in like an insane like, oh, it needs to look very, very pretty at all times, but they chose this weaving, and then they go, okay, let's follow that weaving and support it with, you know, whatever this like green vine is or whatever. Could be green cloth, could be like a green vine, but it makes this section down like their legs are like quite noisy, and I really like that actually. Might be bad design, you know, in terms of making everything look really, really pretty or whatever, but I have a feeling that this section is going to be really cool once we have this working in tandem with all of our other legs and boots and stuff like that. So this is the boot, and this is what it sort of looks like, and then this is the leggings, and I have a feeling that these boots here are going to look really cool and other shit. And then look really, really cool. I actually really like it on this. So a little controversial, but that's that novelty that I like to bring. That's like it's not like the perfect puzzle sort of thing. You need something that throws it off a bit. Well, that's the way that I've sort of been thinking about it. And in this case, it's these divots. They feel like they throw things off a little bit. Well, for me. Though this guy is quite balanced in comparison. Is that it though? Am I finished? So we'll go here. Am I crazy? Man. Inquisitor armor is actually partially in game. And the chest piece, in my opinion, looks pretty dope. But also you probably won't be able to wear that stuff until super, like, till you're like super high level. Just the way in which we're gonna do itemization feels like that. You should be looking like your class once you're like high level. More specifically your class, not just your armor type. Whoa, Thabag subscribed with Prime. They've been subscribed for 6 months. Holy shit. Oh no, he's this is just, it's all gonna be like black or whatever. Or not black, I don't think, will it go on the bottom actually? That's a good question. Here's a question. No, probably not. That has to be like grip or whatever, right? Oh shit, he has. Let me hop into his chat a bit. I'm almost done actually, I think. I only went for about 2 hours, but I'll probably do some stuff off stream. But let me hop into his chat once I'm finished this boot section. Pretty sure it's a plate bottom in real life armor. I don't know. Don't know. Okay. Do I want like a belt buckle on the side here or something? I feel like that would be cool. It's neat. Look at all the adventurer boots. Honestly, it would probably be best for if this boot was made as a base, like leather, and then from that base leather, we went and made like a we added the plates onto it or whatever. In terms of just production. Okay. That looks pretty cool. It's neat. Covers everything that I think is needed to be covered. Oh, I could do if I do this. Line that. And do the back. Let's see. Oh. You're gonna hear Zach on my stream. Probably here.
What's your goblin? Yeah, I normally try to throw in a stream on the weekends for sure. It's kind of the only time I really get to do streaming. Like, last week it was great because I had the week off, so I was just like, I can stream every day, no problems, but typically it's like, I work all day, and then I go do a workout, and then I get home, I'm like, I don't want to make any more art. Or if I do, I'm just like, I don't want to have to stream it too. At that point, I'm pretty burned out, so. I normally don't get to do streamings over the week.
So probably cut here, cut here, cut here.
Oh, word. Sorry, I didn't know you were. I thought I saw your post that you were streaming. I thought that was yesterday, so I apologize if you're doing your thing. Yeah, man. If you want to do a stream, I'm down with that. Like I said, I'm dealing with a little bit of headache, so I'm just kind of doing my thing. But yeah, I'm down. We can. I don't know if we have to like start that up or whatever. Let's see. Can you do like a stream invite to do the stream thing? Let's see. Stream together. Invite. Start stream together. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
I'm doing that.
Alright, well, I clicked it. Get started.
Oh, I need to
Wow.
join that on
Combine chats, sure. Start shared chat.
Twitch.
Why not? There we go. I got that started.
Now I need to join on.
Okay. So there's that. I don't have any idea. There we go. I think this is working now. I have no idea.
Sorry guys, you guys are hearing triple double. Let me see. There we go. That. Allow. Join the call. Hey, can you hear me? Hey, see ya, Kalon. Share chat. Cool. And
I don't want to pause collaborations.
maybe if we go to live streams and I just go at the
Oh, guests can share. Okay. So there's that. Let's see. My microphone is working. That's all good.
Yo, can you hear me on this thing?
I mean, don't know.
No. Yeah, it looks like here, 1 second. Maybe you can on YouTube. Oh, sorry, no. I'm talking to ZBrush here at Zach. Wanna?
Hello.
Oh. Maybe here's a good.
I don't know if this is working or not. I am very confused.
Wanna hop on Slack for VC, then just share chat. No worries.
I'm guessing this is working in any case. So I don't hear Goblin talking, which is the weird part, but I'm unsure. Yeah. I mean, they can watch in either one, I guess. I think it's still working though. I mean, I assume it is. Why am I joining in here? What's going on?
Oh, I can't hear your voice, and I don't think you can hear my voice on the Twitch little pop out thing. But
I can't hear your voice at all.
yeah, but this should work.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't normally do. The only times I've ever done shared streams, it's always been with Zuka, and I've never had this set up. So
Yeah, this is the setup that Zukin and I had last shared because this stuff is new, I think, too. The whole shared chat thing.
that's fine. I mean, I don't mind having shared chat stuff, which works. But yeah.
Shared chat stuff should work, and now they should hear Zach, and then on your stream they should hear Goblin.
Hopefully, I don't know. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. It's fine. It's whatever.
Yep. I probably won't be streaming that long. Any which way.
Fine, man. Like I said, apologies. I was reading the thing and I thought that was all from yesterday. So.
No, don't worry about it. I there's like, I don't know, 5 or whatever like in a row, just because nobody else is streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Got good news though. We're almost done all the concepts for our baseline armor sets and all the breakouts for them and everything too.
Oh, word. Yeah, this armor set actually, while I have you here, this one was giving me a little bit of like trouble where I didn't know, because it's drawn from the front. I didn't really know what the side of like the hand armor is, like what shape this is. Does that make sense? Like I kind of just made up a shape that, it's kind of leaf-like in a way, so I was kind of drawing it out like this, but I didn't know how it connected in the middle here, because I can see like there's like a little thing, but I can't tell what the joinery is, so I can't tell the shape of the thing going over the hand, and I can't tell how it's connected together. That was something I was running into where I'm like, are these just touching and then there's like a stitching, or are they supposed to be? So I kind of just made them like slightly a joint, right? And then I was gonna put in like a band or something right there. And then this, like I said, I just made it kind of, because there's all these epaulets in this shape, right, where they're kind of pointy. I just did the same thing on the arm.
Oh yeah,
I just don't. I can't tell. That was only I was struggling on that.
The band that you have on like where they kind of like come in at the by the elbow. I think that's actually quite good. I don't think I have any sort of issue with that, and especially with the where it like kind of comes in and then touches. That's cool. The one thing, let's see, while it's here, I'm just gonna take 2 screenshots and a quick paint over, and then before you go too far or whatever. Oh, that's perfect.
No, that'll just help me get
like an understanding of what you need. Do you want one from like the underside too, or?
No, I think I got it actually.
Okay.
And
Alrighty. Yeah, but that was my only thing that I was like running into. I'm like, I don't know what the design intent is here. Even though I can see what's going on, I couldn't tell
yeah. No, and that's
what your thought processes was there. So that's why I figured I'd ask. I was still trying to get these scales measured out anyway, so they were all correct. So I wasn't really in a spot to really like, yeah, I'm ready for this to like ask you yet. So, but
yeah,
since
yeah.
you're here, I figure this will work great. Clarification. That happens sometimes on some of these, especially because they're drawn dead from the front, you know? So it's
Yep.
like knowing what's going on the interior bits. Even just doing like a little breakout on the side, you're like, oh, it's gonna look like this. It doesn't even need to be colored or anything, you know? Just like this is the shape of this, you know? But those will help. I think specifically just for like the legs and the boots, in case there is anything that's in your when you're drawing it in your mind's eye of like this is how I see it. Those will always be helpful there. But you
Yeah,
don't have to
yeah.
like super flesh those out either, you know.
Yeah, there's sometimes I miss shit, and I'm like, as soon as someone asks, I go, yeah, that makes sense that you need clarification on that.
No worries. Appreciate you taking the time.
I think you pretty much got got most of it.
I'm glad. Tab deck kind of figured out what I was doing there. Also, I will say this: there is a program called ZBrush. So when I was back doing that a lot too, that also was kind of like the double entendre of choosing the name ZBrushed.
Oh, is that a triple entendre? Yeah.
I mean, it has double meaning, so I don't know if it's a triple meaning.
Let's see. I'm gonna check the. I think something like this could work. And I just put it in the thread.
Yep, I see. Oh, sure, yeah, I can do something a little bit flatter on the sides for sure from the top. Oh,
Yeah.
shit, I just closed the... Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, I can do something like that for both. Yeah, that's fine. It's no big deal. Easy enough.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Did you hear the good news?
Huh?
Hear the good news?
No.
We apparently won the MMO of the year for the Scuffed Game Awards.
Ooh. I like it. That is cool.
Yeah, I was.
Well, fingers crossed, man.
Well, that's what I've been told. I'm in favor. So unless everybody's like lying to me on my chat, I mean.
I mean, I do enjoy Carnage, so that's cool. All right. Come on now. So let's see. You want something like that? Okay. And do like this, and then you want it. Yeah, I think I can fit that. So And then with the gloves, when you were doing these, you were saying that these gloves are part of the bracers, correct? When you were kind of like sketching these out, because we don't have gloves, we just have bracers, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. So
It'll
the
just be it'll
those
just
would
be
be
a pair of
separated. Yeah,
the gloves would be separate?
yeah. So
Or
so like
oh, okay. Okay, so they are a different thing. Okay, cool, cool,
yeah,
cool.
and
Yeah, next time just
that's
break
another
break these
thing.
out into a
Yeah,
separate thing so
I've
that way
gotten a
I
lot
know.
better at that recently, where it's like I got it. I got a nice like workflow where I'm like, okay, I need to break this out. Okay, I need to break this out, and I'm like using another thing as a reference. But yeah, definitely, I missed some
Okay,
stuff.
cool. Oh, okay. Cool. That's good to know. Then I'll break those out as their own individual doodle. Cool, cool, cool. That's the same thing for like the boots too, right? Like, is there a pair of like greaves and then boots that you need to wear, or is this like an all-in-one thing?
Oh,
Right?
that should be all one thing. Yeah.
Okay. It's just the pants will have like their little like stirrup feet thing. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Um,
Okay.
the the go-to sort of thing for all of our boots is that if the boot goes up to the knee in any
Mm-hmm.
capacity, it has to be on the boot, and so that means that all our pants and stuff aren't going to
Mm-hmm.
have any sort of knee armor or knee, because then you have this weird interaction where some boots are using this as a knee and the pants are also using it as the knee. So it needs to be that separation.
Okay. Update this, and then I'm gonna break that out. Oop, oops, that's the wrong thing. Come on. Square selection, please. That's gonna go on bracers. Yes. Okay. And then gloves are gonna be okay. So also with the gloves, right? Um, I'm figuring by this angled vector, the gloves are gonna do something like
Yeah, they come to like a point.
this. Yeah,
Correct. Yeah, yeah.
cool.
And some of the ways that a lot of the textures and art or in the armor have been interacting is just I'm so excited.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of when I was talking to Zukin about it, like I've been doing all those armor pieces for the due process game that I was working on, and it's
Yeah.
like I made like 15 or 20 different outfits, and it was so cool to see all the different outfits getting put together, and then all of a sudden there were like combinations and stuff that I never thought of getting like put together with the colors and everything was like really cool.
There's like a it's awesome because it's like MMOs like really lean heavily into matrices. It's like we have
Mhm.
race class matrices that make like if you want to play something, it's like actually there's like 115 some combinations, and then you
Mhm.
add sex onto it, and like all of a sudden you have like a different model that has a different aesthetic. And then it's like so there's a lot of different like combinations that people can choose from already, and then once they get
Mhm.
armor, it's like how many different like armor pieces can they possibly put together. It's holy moly, there's a lot of that.
Mhm. Okay, I'll have to copy the player's hand in there so I can get that laid out properly, but at least I know that the glove is there, so that's good. And then, oops. I forget if I had put in the, I think I got the shirt in here, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I think that actually covers it. The plate here is, the weathered plate is pretty much done. Now all we have is the weathered chainmail. Which is the scale mail.
There we go. And that's well, I can go. That stuff saved out. There we go. Very nice. Alright, so on my bracers, edgings here, so put these in. Okay, where did it? Oh, I think it was in there. Okay, makes sense. Get those out of there.
Dobbs, good friend, good pal, I need you to use your immense privilege and seniority to make a playtest happen, please and thanks. Well, I would say that I have inquired about such a thing, but everybody keeps on posting a bunch of please make the playtest happen gifs, and so the time in which the playtest will happen keeps on getting reset and reset. That was the deal. The community can't blame anyone but themselves. Sorry, grow, I'll run. Well, start banning people that post the GIF. You have to find a way to get them banned. The squeaky wheel just annoys people. Is what I'm saying.
Also on these, oh, because they are scale pants, right? It's not like cloth pants and then you put scale
Okay.
armor
Oh,
on.
okay. So yeah, there's some that yeah, yeah. So they have like the scale sort of underneath their their covers on the leaf.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is that,
It's
and
yeah,
that's just part of the pants, that's not part of the armor.
yeah, yeah. That's part of the pants. I realized the last time that I did it was the one of the plate sets, the final plate sets for Night Harbor. It was like I had like these nice cloth pants, and I realized I didn't put any like plate on them. I was like, what? Wait a minute. And so I needed to go put plate on them.
Ah, okay.
And so yeah, I was when I was looking over just now, I was like, oh, if I just made it all like leaf or whatever, and there was no like scale or whatever like peeking through, that would have been a problem.
Uh-huh.
And I would have been like, oh, but there's a little bit of scale peeking through, so
Okay. Yeah, that was the one thing where I was a little bit confused by that myself. And I didn't know if it was because it needed to go over the top or underneath, right? Like,
yeah, I think as long as we have some of that stuff, that material incorporated and within its like correct slot, I think we should be pretty solid on that.
mhm.
Well, yeah. We also it wasn't just the MMO of the year. It was the what's it called? MMO music as well. Robert won that award too for us.
It's dope.
Yeah, as he should, for real. Vivek, you're right. Just been banger after banger.
Hmm. Yeah. I will say this might animate a little funky, just because you have a lot of straight lines going over a really deformation area, especially with like the legs and stuff. So when the character like runs and moves and stuff, like you'll be able to see that pretty gnarly. But I'll do my best to hide it.
If it makes sense to add a little bit more, what's it called, like a couple more like shorter leaves to break that up.
Yeah, I think it should work out okay this way. I just as long as I'm using these common lines right here, right? Because these won't really deform horribly, right? Like you got to think like when the leg's in motion, all of this is going to compact upward, right? No matter what, right? Because the leg is going to come back. And then this all just goes up and squishes. And then all of this stuff all will extend and go downward, right? Because the leg runs, you know, all of this is moving. So like when you have them go over these areas, right? Because these are such high animation zones, you know, like, and then when the leg comes up, right? Same deal. All of this will compact inward, right? And then all of this stretches out. So it just depends on how we want to play that.
And you're saying
because like these will squish up, right? And then these will extend out and vice versa. Like, and when they're running, these are going to be shifting and moving a lot. You know what I mean?
And so the
way to kind of like think about designs in the future is kind of like having like a kind of termination here where like these would come down to like this point, right? And then this would just be pants or whatever, you know? I mean, we can try this out and see how it works. You know, I don't have any problems with that. I just know that there will be stretching, right? Because we're going over this zone right here is pretty bad about, you know, like stretching things out or squishing them in, you know? So I mean, same kind of thing with like the armpits and stuff, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, let's see how it actually ends up.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm just commenting on things to think about in the future, you know. because like I'm not 100% sure exactly how these will look. Like I said, I'm trying to make it so that way I'm using some tricks to try to like hide it as best as possible with like how I'm spacing the leaves and where I'm putting them. You know, because again, if I can anchor them on these edges, that's like the best thing I can do, and then putting things like dead in the center, so that way when this is moving, you know, depending on how it's weighted, this might like jank like at an angle really bad, but I don't really have another way around that.
Yeah, there's a lot of that just in terms of any texture that we throw on there, like around the neck, the collarbone and neck, and like that we just can't avoid because we're both low poly and throwing textures on there, and hope that people don't notice too much. I will say that some saving grace in terms of noticing weird things. It took like, I don't know, a couple, probably, well, since whenever we originally did the gnome, that the hand was backwards, and, and nobody noticed for the longest time. So maybe, hopefully, you know, little things like that aren't too bad or can be forgiven. Or
Well, that's why we made the little the layout, the guides for it, so that way you can see what way stuff needs to be facing.
oh yeah. That was it was just so funny where we're like, wait a minute. Was it? I think it was Zukin that noticed it. I was like, what? The gnome hand? It was like, yeah, it was just a funny little bit.
Yeah, but just we can do a test on this, but if we're really not happy with it, just put that into the mental banks for in the future, you know, on design elements.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Just because, again, I know that this comes at an angle, so I know that there will be like deformation here, right? There will be deformation through here, right? Pretty bad too, because like the leg's gonna come up and stuff. So, and you know, this has got to swing forward. So depending on how it's weighted, you know, that'll all affect how it looks ultimately, right?
Yeah, we also have some weird weighting issue around the groin on a lot of our characters, where there's like a triangle that's like, it keeps on like sticking down on, and it's really noticeable on, I think it was the dwarf female. It's not great. But we need to do probably like another slight pass on weighting. And I wonder, in terms of, what do you think about this? So if we do have something that is consistently a problem, and we are low poly, texture wise, do you think because sometimes the solution is just add like a triangle or two or whatever. If we keep our shapes and stuff like that, I think it's worth it to throw an extra couple polys just to make sure that a triangle or that a section of the texture doesn't go again AWOL. Like around the neck, there's that like W stuff that we have.
I mean, there's not a lot we can really do with that. You're talking about like the geometry here, where this does this. Is that what you're talking about?
No, just on the collarbone. Sorry, like right underneath it.
Oh. You mean like there's geometry that does stuff in here, or?
Yeah, on a lot of our models, some of the geometry around there is we have like this sort of W that kind of goes down from the neck, and on a lot of our races we have it like
I think that's more of a weighting issue than it is a geometry issue. And again, it does depend on how the edges are on the geometry, right? Like dependent on if the because I mean obviously we're using quads, right? So we got these little quads here. Dependent on if the edge goes this way or this way, it can have a really huge difference on how things deform, like on the character.
yeah.
You know, for me, like if I were doing this, I think if I remember correctly, you want this coming this way. Yeah. And then this edge would go this way, right? And that's how you kind of want that, because when you want this arm to fold in, you want it to kind of like crush right at where you would have because you want this to go inward, right? So you'd want the geometry to fold here. Meanwhile, I think if we wanted it, I think you'd want this. Nope, I think this has to follow too. So these two would also go this way, right? So that way all of these would be like folding over where like typically that would happen with your arm, and then these would be part of your chest. These don't really animate at all. Maybe this is like a 5%, weighting, so this would like slightly move a little bit, but not really bad. This would move, this would be like a 50, and then this would be, 100 on the shoulders, right? And then that's kind of how that should technically get weighted, right? So this would be 100, this would be a 50, this would be like another 5, right? And so, or 0, because this is the main part of your chest, so that would be a 0, because this area you don't want to animate really at all, right? You want that to rotate back and forth with the core, So.
And so there's like there's some races right now that do have a little bit of that issue, but it's like it's not like the stretching when animated. It's just the way that the texture lays on things. It's kind of being pulled to the next poly or whatever, and that's why I was asking about the like. Is there like
well, that's again the reason why you're getting that pull is because the weighting is really high on some of these areas when it could be probably a little bit lower, or it's which is causing it to like rip. Would a 50-50 cut help alleviate some of that? Sure. You're just giving more verts for it to be able to smooth things out. But again, it's kind of again, it kind of comes down to what is the weighting like, right? Because it might be just like the weighting isn't great, and so that's what's causing it to rip. Or, like you said, it might need another cut in. Sure. I mean, that's kind of a case-by-case basis sort of thought, though. So, yeah, I mean, I could see it. It's just that has impact on skin weights, right?
Yeah.
Adding in additional cuts and stuff, so got to be a little bit careful about that, sure. That would be a way to kind of solve things, though. But again, that's all kind of like a when and where do we enable that kind of thing.
Yeah, because there's the
But again, the first thing I would look at would be skin weights. Can we solve it with skin weights first? If not, then do we want to add a cut, right? What would that cut be? Would you do like, again, would you do something like you'd cut it, like let's say there's a really bad like rip right here, right? Like this is getting stretched really badly. Would you just like do an X and have like another vert there? I mean, is that helping anything? So we have to kind of think about like how that's all animating, You know, and a big part of this is making sure that these cuts are all correct, so that way when it animates well. That's a big part of that. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm mostly thinking about it in terms of like keeping things low poly, but the thing that comes to mind is, well, if it's along like a single like plane that we're not getting any crazy shapes with, right? We're not like going and doing some weird stuff, and it's a flat thing, and so having a little bit more geo in a place that you're not going to effectively see like some of those harsher like shapes that low poly can hit, that like dictates our style. Like maybe we can sort of like, you know, like hide, you know, a little higher poly to fix some of the texture work, if you know we can't do it with weights like you said.
Yeah, I think it's a fine rule to add. Again, it just depends on where and when that needs to happen. Sure.
Yeah. Alright, I think I need to take a break before I tackle some of the leg stuff here. So I'm gonna leave with everybody with the rest, or with Zach here. Can I?
Sure.
Does this work?
I'll be here for a while, so.
See, brushed. I don't know if. Oh, I'm assuming that because we're like a group, like when I leave, it's just gonna end up being your thing. So can't /raid, but
Yeah, I think everybody's might be here. We'll see. Hey, if y'all want to still watch some more artwork, just swing on over to my channel. If you get jettisoned out into the ether, right? I'll be here.
All right, I'll catch you guys later.